To create a chart in TradeStation, click the chart analysis icon located in the shortcut bar on the left of the TradeStation platform. If it is the first time you do this, a chart of Cisco Systems, symbol CSCO, will open. Otherwise, the last active symbol you used in TradeStation will be plotted. At the top of a chart analysis window, the status line is displayed. It contains information about the symbol, the interval, and current price and volume data. The price scale is displayed on the right, and it's automatically adjusted based on the highest and lowest prices visible in the window. The time scale is located at the bottom, and it provides time and date information based on the interval selected and the space available between bars. To change a symbol in a chart analysis window, simply type a new symbol using your computer's keyboard. TradeStation recognizes keyboard entries, and they will automatically appear in the command line at the top of the platform. Once a symbol is in the command line, you may press the Enter key on the keyboard, and the chart analysis window should plot this new symbol. You may do this for all asset types: equities, options, futures, and Forex. To change the symbol using formatting dialogs, click Format from the menu bar and select Symbol. Click the Settings tab, and at the top you will see the symbol field. Just type a new symbol in and click OK at the bottom of the dialog. To search for a symbol, you may click the Lookup button next to the symbol field to use a symbol lookup utility. You may also use the computer's keyboard to type different interval commands. By default, the first chart analysis window that comes up in TradeStation is set to a 5-minute interval. While the chart is in a minute interval, you may type a number and press Enter on your keyboard to set the chart to that specific minute interval. For example, to switch the 5-minute chart to a 30-minute chart, I will type 30. Notice how it appears in the command line, and then I'll press Enter on my keyboard. The chart is changed to this interval. You may also use the word daily, which brings up a daily chart, weekly, which brings up a weekly chart, and monthly, which brings up a monthly chart. To change the chart back to a minute interval, now that we're using an interval that is not based on minutes, you will need to type the letters MIN after the number. For example, to go back to a 5-minute chart, I type 5, space, MIN, and press Enter on the keyboard. The chart is back on a minute interval. To load a tick chart, type a number, the word tick, and press Enter on your keyboard. Let's create a 100 tick chart. I type 100, space, tick, and press the Enter key on my keyboard. This loads a 100 tick bar chart, which means that every bar is built using the price data of 100 ticks or trades. To load a volume chart, type a number, the word shares, and press Enter on your keyboard. Let's create a 2 million shares bar chart. I will type 2 million, space, the word shares, and press Enter on the keyboard. This loads a 2 million share bar chart. Every bar is built using the price data of 2 million shares traded. Use the word shares for futures symbols also, and it will build the bars based on the number of contracts traded. To change the interval using the menu bar, click on Format and select Symbol. In the Settings tab, you may change the interval by selecting an option under the Select Interval box. Notice that the top two options are based on trading activity, volume and ticks. The next 4 are based on time, and the ones below the line are based on price movement. Please refer to the tutorial on creating and understanding chart types for additional information. Based on the interval selected, additional formatting options will be displayed under interval settings. For example, if I select intraday, a minute bar field will appear under interval settings, allowing me to type the number of minutes to use. Click OK after making your selections. Depending on the time interval selected, TradeStation will load a default amount of historical data. For example, a 1-tick chart will go back 500 bars. A 1-minute chart will go back 2 days. A daily chart will go back 2 years, etc. You may use keyboard commands to load additional historical data onto the chart. You may type a specific number of bars back, a specific number of days back, weeks back, or years back. This is a 5-minute chart of Microsoft going back 5 days. To load 90 days of history, I will type 90, space, the word days, and press Enter on my keyboard. When making a large request of historical data, the download scheduler will appear, prompting you to schedule this download. You may select to load the data as soon as possible or during off-peak hours. To demonstrate this feature, I will leave the default option selected during off-peak hours. Once you've made your selection, click OK. A yellow indication with the letters PD appears at the top left corner of the chart, advising that there is pending data that has not been loaded onto the chart. If you would like to change the time for your download and do it as soon as possible, right-click on the yellow indication and click Go to Download Scheduler. You may right-click on the specific scheduled download and select Schedule ASAP from the right-click menu. The yellow PD indication will disappear once the historical data is loaded. You may also load historical data using the menu bar by clicking Format and then selecting Symbol. In the Settings tab, under the section labeled Range, you will see options to make a request of historical data. Last date displays the current date. If this is changed to another date in history, your chart will stop graphing on this date and you will not receive any real-time updates. There are 3 ways you can specify how much data should be loaded. By using this drop-down, you may set a specific number of days, weeks, months, or years back. You may also load a specific number of bars back, or you may set a specific first date and the chart will display all the data between the first and the last date. Once you make your selections, click OK. Thank you for completing this tutorial. Remember that additional educational resources are available to you from the TradeStation Help menu should you have any questions about using the platform.